Oh man, is it either because I'm too brown to be seen or you just can't see me? And hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Sound Off. It's your host with the most, Ricardo, here trying to bring you the news that you need to know, along with all the other little fun stuff that happened throughout the week. So let's jump right into it. Our first headline is Love and Anime Hookup at Cosplay Convention. Given the fact that obviously this last weekend, or rather Katsucon weekend, was, Valentine's Day, so, it's kind of in the air. So especially at Anime Wasteland Wasabi, held in the Denver Convention Center. So, basically a bunch of couples got together, especially in cosplay, and kind of told their stories. So, like for one specifically, they've been together for around 2 years, and they have everything in common except food. So, who's to say that you can find love in costume? So that's always a good thing. And then our second headline is the Cosmunity wants to be your full-time digital Comic-Con. So actor and personality Ming Chen, basically came to the conclusion that how important to stay connected with fans on social media. But then, he's never really, aside from like Facebook reach, which is terrible, Instagram, Tumblr, all that stuff, there really was a perfect way to do it. So he can interact with an app called Cosmunity on iOS and Android that is basically a marketplace and a community for anybody that's like-minded. So us nerds, geeks, cosplayers, everything. So, and also you could share like popular photos from certain events or from anything that went on. Like obviously, like the Nintendo Switch is, out or not coming out. Obviously, there's still some kind of kinks in the system that they have to work out, but obviously, once it kind of goes, gets the ball rolling, it's a very nice way for people to really be connected on just a specific social media app, as opposed to kind of like being separated on people who don't like Facebook or people who don't like Instagram or people who don't like Tumblr, things of that nature. So it's definitely something to try out. I mean, obviously we'll be definitely doing it, so once we do, we'll give you more information how that goes. And then kind of, I guess, the big news in the cosplay community is that Sci-Fi is going to be having their competition, or just like cosplay show called Cosplay Melee. So this is actually coming out actually very, very soon as of this recording. And the hosts, so basically what happens is that you have 3 hosts on there, one being Yvette Nicole Brown, which if you haven't watched Community, her character is probably the funniest character I've seen on there, along with Christian Beckman, who, if you're a Tron Legacy fan or just Tron fan as well as I am, he was the main designer for all that crazy LED light costumes that everybody kind of enjoys. And cosplayer Leanna Vamp will be the kind of the cosplay judge. So basically what happens is you have a couple people kind of come on the show, and then they have to kind of create a original cosplay with the material that they're given, and then the winner wins $10,000, which is kind of small, but considering the fact that it's in 3 days and it's it's just starting, so maybe later on they'll bump up the the prize money, so that way it'd be kind of more higher stakes, if you will. So it's kind of nice. I mean, hopefully it kind of has a better beginning reception than Cosplay Heroes does, because as much as I kind of enjoyed it, it didn't really hit the ground running, and it kind of had a little bit of a backlash from certain cosplay community members, if you will. So, and then with that, our con tip of the week is obviously Katsucon happened. We obviously, we kind of burned out Ernie, Chrissy, the whole gang. So it's kind of important to take some time off from conventions if needed, kind of recharge your battery, come back to it once you basically are all set to go, you know, because it's like your health is more important than cosplaying. It's like you can always come out and cosplay and all that stuff, and obviously don't take pressure from friends who are trying to get you back into it as well. So, and our cosplay of the week is a really awesome Fiona cosplay, Fiona from Shrek by, like, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Evgenia Galkina, so it's a European name. And the shot was done by photographer Eva. It's very detailed, it's very true to the film, and it really kind of it shines basically. It's a beautiful dress, beautiful wig work. So do yourself a favor, check her work out if you haven't already. She has a couple other really amazing cosplays that's really good. So definitely. And our hero, basically, as we discussed before, we're gonna start talking about like our heroes of the cosplay community as opposed to bunch them all together in our Fans Choice Awards. So for this week, it will be Misa on Wheels, which is no surprise to anybody. She's been involved with cosplay positivity for years now, trying to make it so like it's accessible to everybody. So we're not just kind of, you know, being a little bit of an elitist, you know, something you're not really supposed to do in this community. It's supposed to be kind of together. It doesn't matter gender, skin, like, you know, race, condition, doesn't matter. Like, she's always been very straightforward with the positivity that she wants to do. So if you haven't heard of her, which if you're watching this, which is rare, and nobody's heard of her, check her out. She's on Facebook, on Instagram, she's on everything. And like I said, she's a wonderful person, very positive about being inclusive with the whole cosplay community. And for our page model segment, we have the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, or basically Dustin. If you haven't seen him before, he was the Flynn for our Rapunzel like Lantern Festival. He's been actually kind of in, like, you know, friends with the whole gang for a very long time. So he's kind of our family. So definitely check him out. He's on Instagram under Terminus Finest Postal Worker. If you haven't, obviously you don't get the reference. It's a Zelda reference. You haven't figured it out. It's a Zelda reference. And then for our photo shoots, at least the ones that we have done, we have Spider-Man and Black Cat from ConToCon 2017, which is kind of an iconic couple, a little bit of a controversial in a sense, but obviously the cosplayers that we shot are phenomenal. And they're done by Stupid Monkey Cosplay, and Black Cat is Diamond in the Rough Cosplay. So definitely check that out. And then for our social media segment, we have, for Dealer Spotlight for the week, is Backpack Shop, who, as far as what I've seen from them, they do. Sorry, it's loading. They do mostly like little lamps. So one particular that I actually really liked was their Borderlands one, because I'm a massive Borderlands fan, as most everybody knows. They did one obviously for like the Switch, which is out already. So if you want kind of like these nerdy lamps, or this kind of like little, like you know, obviously if you need enough like illumination when you turn off the lights, definitely give Backpack Shop a look. They have a website and also a Facebook page as well, so definitely check them out. And then for our artist spotlight of the week is J. Scott Campbell, which I've been following the man for a very long time, and it's just like, you know, it's from a man who's already extremely talented to kind of obviously see how he improves is kind of awesome. So I know he's done work for Marvel, for DC. Like one of our popular ones is like the Spider-Man and Mary Jane one. So if you don't know who he is, especially if you're like a big comic book fan, please do yourself a favor and check out his art. It's really detailed, really colorful, and honestly kind of like the best Marvel stuff I've seen in a while. That's not saying that others aren't, but this is my personal favorite. And then for our watching Wednesday, would be the fourth Persona 3 movie, the Winter of Rebirth. Basically, it's kind of really hard to talk about it because a lot of it's very spoilery, but it kind of concludes the last half of the Persona 3 type, game that came out on PS2, also on PSP, and it also kind of goes for the true ending, the one that you're supposed to be getting. So if you haven't watched it, it's really it does the film, like the game itself, justice. It's very good. You have your lotus juice, you have your sojum, you have your great composer, you have good animation, fluid. Basically something that you rarely see for any kind of adaptation, at least video game wise, into anime. So definitely check that out. So for our videos, we have our Music Monday, we have our cosplay, our Katsucon 2017 cosplay music video. We actually have 2 of them. So definitely check them out. Obviously, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there, but it's very hard to go to a Katsucon and not see amazing cosplays. And obviously, we got to spotlight a couple of them. So if you haven't got a chance to make it to Katsucon this year, or if you did, you just want to see yourself awesome, I mean, definitely check them out. They're on our YouTube page as well. And our throwback Thursday, we have a cosplay feature from actually last year's Katsucon with NPC Cosplay, who they're just awesome. There's a great group. They've done a lot of amazing group cosplays, and even individually, the ones that do on their own, they're fantastic. Like I know Skittles did Alloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, Zero Dark 30. But no, yeah, they're fantastic. So if you definitely check them out they have Facebook, Instagram under NPC Cosplay. So take a look at them. And for our Future Friday, for actually the Fans Choice winner of 2016, which is our cosplay music blooper, with Tinkerbell sliding out of the shot. So this is actually something that Ernie was filming and they kind of slid out of there. So that's usually good for a laugh. And then for our Saturday skit is our MechaCon 8 2012 cosplay skit for GLaDOS, which is actually won Best Skit winner. It's actually really, really well done. Especially for a Portal fan, it's kind of a nice little niche parody, if you will, kind of a little bit of humor, a little bit of just good costuming. So take a look at that. And with that, for our convention update for us, for Fans POV, I will actually be, along with our page model, Fairwind Cosplay, will actually be in Icon 32 in Hauppauge. So it kind of came back after disappearing for a little bit. So in Hauppauge, New York, from March 17th to the 19th. So if you see Fairwind, please say hi to her. She's a phenomenal cosplayer. Something that we've had lots of fun working with. And if you see me, just say hi. I'll try to take pictures, give you high fives, make tacos, I don't know. We'll do something. And then also with that, both our cosplay page models, Fairwind and Aurelian Cosplay, will be at Anime Boston, obviously in Boston, Massachusetts, from March 31st to April 2nd. So once again, if you see both of them in Anime Boston, say hi. Just tell them how amazing their work is. For our sound off picture of this week is, if you could choose 3 mutations from X-Men for your everyday life, what would they be? For me, I would be steel skin like Colossus. I would phase through like Shadowcat or Kitty Pryde. And I would be able to shoot laser beams out of my eye, but be less kind of a jerk than Cyclops. So unless being a jerk is a mutation, then no, I don't want that either. Of course, speaking of awesome, don't forget we do have, if you want to follow us, you have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Tumblr under the Fans POV. So if obviously if you follow us here, follow us in Facebook. If you don't like Facebook, Instagram, we got places everywhere. We got you covered no matter where we are. But that being said, Ernie will be hosting the next Sound Off. So definitely keep an eye out for the boss to come back. With that, this is Ricardo signing off. You have a good day.